I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track, lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. Aww. So, the spy consultant Nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up, yeah, me. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hisao. I feel like a little dog. She scolds me enthusiastically, and then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Aw, she's so cute. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. Good one, Emmy. Good one. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah, I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? What? Kenji, what the hell is he doing here? Sup, can I borrow some money? What's up, people? The freezing my ass off winter weather continues, but luckily Katawa Shoujo is here to warm me up, so let us cheerfully continue. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. Not just having to suffer that time, but you're actually spending time together with him naked, which is like 3 times as worse. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk, bam, rubbing my forehead. I realize that this is a good reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant, as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar as if it was of importance to look prim when entering our classroom. Excuse me? She calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I hear the silence, or I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily. Hisao? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious if I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely. If I were to tell too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now. Exactly, she couldn't have seen that. Oh, have you seen Hanako today, by any chance? No, she seems to come in only just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only 2 people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here. I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should? Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today. Hi! Misha pops in the room with Shizune, as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Hi, Hee-chan! Hi. Look, it's the class representative. Hello. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. Oh god. Good morning. Of course, you're not the representative of this class, right? Right. I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is to know who she is talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. I was actually thinking, like, couldn't Lily and Shizune be like the dream team? Shizune got the eyes, Lily got the hearing, so can they be like the dream team? But they can't obviously communicate because, you know, they gotta do it through sign language, and yeah, Lily can't see sign language. So, scrap that idea from the books. Damn, how complicated. I decide to help Lily out, for my own peace of mind, more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true, I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in a projected budget report for their events. Even the first years, except you. There's still time to hand it in, isn't there? Today! The deadline is today! You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, have had all of the necessary paperwork done days ago, but someone had to say the deadline. Please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect the whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me. Misha puts her hand on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she is really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please, Hisao, it's alright. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is. Then, can I have it? Please? Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council? I guess word must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just delegate away. As class rep, it is your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick. Is Lily actually telling the truth? Because this sounds like such an obvious lie that, I would use, for example. No, I don't lie. What are you talking about? But I don't know whether she's but I have her in my eye. She looks like this. I almost wanted to say blind angel, but then again, that's what she is like. But she's just like this angel. I don't know, it's angelic and so quiet, peaceful, harmonious. I don't know. That's just the feeling and the entire vibe that I get from her, especially after that tea conversation that we had with her. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with that attitude? I think it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative, or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her finger cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm, which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear, but this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. Oh, what? Oh, whoa. I was actually just discussing the budget reports before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Oh my god. What? This is something I probably wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't played so many Sakura games, but for some reason, I noticed that Shizune's skirt is a little bit up and we see her underwear, like panties. What? It's like kind of hidden underneath the text in this I guess the text bar, but I see it. I see you panties trying to hide from me, huh? Also, was that the first time that Lily actually opened her eyes? Like, I can't remember that well back to when we actually had tea time with her, but I can't actually remember whether she had her eyes open or not during certain moments. I just kind of remember her as this, walking around with her, I guess, walking stick and her eyes closed. So that was, I guess, kind of Scary in a sense too, that you notice like, I may be blind, but I can still open my eyes. That's how serious I am.
Hee-chan, don't you slack off either.
What are you talking about?
Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hee-chan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person.
I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. Don't drag me into this, I've done my part. Hey, come on, cut Lily and me some slack. I mean, I'm kind of more tempted to say this, although, I mean, Shizune is, as of late, I feel like she's acting a little bit more bossy, but I really think that's just sort of her personality. She's really punctual with everything as well. Like, she wants everything done on time. She kind of wants to have it done her way, or not even done on time, but actually as soon as possible. For example, if there was a week to get something done, she would try to finish it within the first day, rather than, let's say, most people would be like, yeah, okay, maybe today I can kind of, relax, and Wednesday, sure, I'll hand it in, or I'll do it. It's due Friday anyway, whereas I'm the person that like does it last minute all the time. So yeah, kind of clashing in that sense, but I kind of wish that she would cut me and Lily some slack. Hey, I'm the new guy, remember? It's not like I could have done much, even if I wanted.
That's right. You shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into it on his first week.
Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with both of us.
Excuses. Miss Class Rep has had plenty of time to deal with her report. And we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success.
Yes, but as I said back then, I'm not sure if... I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, it will mean being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and that is what she wants. Whatever. Forget it. I turn my back at them. Dang. I didn't realize this guy had like the heart to just walk away from a conversation like that. I get back to my seat and shut my ears from the finale of the argument between Lily and Shizune. Eventually, Lily leaves our classroom, and Shizune and Misha sit themselves without talking to me. I can feel Shizune's eyes burning into my back. She is probably angry at me, but I'm just as angry with her. I kind of agree that she expects too much of a person that's just here. Not even, I don't know how long we are here, but it's definitely our first week. So usually when you're new to a place as well, especially one where it's like a dramatic change, where for us from a normal school to this Yamaku disability school, it's such a big culture shock that it takes some time to get used to, and you just want to ease into it slowly rather than jumping head first, So I really do sort of think that she expects too much from us. I don't get why she had to drag me into the argument. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her, if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of the textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do. Despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do. So I stay for a little while, reviewing what we have covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I notice Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune's signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. I wonder if she actually could do that. That would be awesome. Maybe there's pent-up anger in there. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but I think it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrist crackles, and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself, like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. It seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished, and the girls sit down on their seats again.
I'm so tired.
She's hanging her head limply on the desk, looking exhausted. I'll use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit, without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect that door is now closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in this school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end, she starts sounding without doing either. Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into a speech for me. She does it so well. It's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it rigorously.
Well, of course. We're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all of our strength. We should shame ourselves in front of the people of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws. I think that was encumbrances. No, nothing that might make the festival short of perfect.
Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them.
Oh, hello.
Who's that? It's Hanako. I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door.
Hey, playing delinquent again?
Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Oh my god, she's so scared. Poor little lamb. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako?
Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Sato. She came by in the morning though.
Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away. She is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It seems like Hanako is a girl you really have to not only treat sort of carefully, but I just know, I don't know, the feeling whenever I see her, and just you have to approach her so carefully, and it seems like if you make the wrong move or say the wrong thing or you're being too direct, she might break, like she's so fragile or something, like she's made out of glass, and even just blowing a little bit too hard in her direction and she'll just crack, or she'll run away because she's afraid of breaking. Poor Hanako. I'm really interested as to what her backstory is, as to why she is like this, because there's a reason behind it, of course, and it's probably got to do something with her scars, but still, as of now we can only guess, make speculations. It's a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems.
Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom, working on her festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at?
Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we are really working hard to make that festival happen.
And driving other people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me any more for slacking off. The halls are quiet as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or festival preparations, or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. For the festival, it's too late already, unless I count helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't. And clubs? I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Alright, we're gonna end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace!